What's cracking, guys? Omar Isov here today to talk to you about my favorite variation on the deadlift now, the deficit deadlift with chains. Recently, I've really been developing it, and I've fallen in love, guys. It happened. I didn't think it was possible. I did. The deficit deadlift essentially is you doing a normal deadlift with your feet elevated. So you're standing on top of something, in this case, a 45-pound plate. Now, the big benefits are, first of all, stronger pulling because you have an increased range of motion. This will help build power from the bottom. So if you get stuck at the bottom, this can greatly help you. It also will help improve mobility because a regular deadlift will be easier to get down in that starting position. A big warning, however, that if you don't have the current mobility to do a conventional deadlift or your lower back rounds while doing this, it puts even more pressure on your lower back. So there is a risk to it if you have improper form. And I'll say this again, it requires more mobility. So if your normal deadlift looks like shit, this ain't for you. I only recommend this for intermediate lifters. Those that can do it, I feel will get a great benefit. But once again, I urge strong caution on this. So how you get it set up for those that will be doing it and getting that strong benefit, get that 45-pound plate, stand on it. That's going to provide about a 1-inch deficit, and just do a regular deadlift. Make sure you're pushing your hips back to sink lower, right? Because it's an increased range of motion. Keep your form tight. Don't do instead a squat position. I'm not doing that. I'm doing the right form the whole time throughout this video. And why you don't want to squat down is then you'll lose the benefit of doing a deadlift. If your knee flexion is past 90 degrees, we're not about that. So once again, sink lower, push your hips further back, sit further back. And of course, all the normal rules apply for a traditional deadlift. The hip hinge, the back straight, arms long. The best tip I could give is, once again, the deficit deadlift. You will get the benefits from only a slight deficit, so 1-inch elevation. Don't go extreme and do a 3 or 6 inch. That's where that lumbar flexion will occur, and that's where you could injure yourself. So the next one, the chain deficit deadlift. I love this. Now, why do I love this? It changes, first of all, the force curve. And what I mean, it's harder at the top and easier at the bottom. This is perfect because it puts less pressure on your lower back when doing the deficit deadlift. So once again, you're allowed to load up a heavy load while protecting your lower back. Essentially, what will happen then, you lay out the chain, make sure it's lined up in the middle so it's an even displacement between the left side and the right side, and then you'll just perform a regular deadlift. So it's a deficit deadlift with chains added. Now, once again, chains are amazing for building lockout power, one of my favorite tools. At the same time, doing a deadlift with a deficit will help increase power from the bottom. If you combine them together, essentially, you're getting both of the benefits. You're developing power from the bottom and also that lockout strength. That's why it's my favorite variation. Now, I know a lot of people will be saying, hey man, I don't have chains in my gym, I can't do this shit. Well, I understand, and I would urge you to try and get chains. If you can't, you could stick with the normal deficit deadlift. I will say that this is my favorite assistance exercise for building the deadlift, the deficit deadlift with chains. That's what I do, guys, trying to really cut through dogma and find out what works best. And I can say I feel that this exercise has tremendous benefits if you perform it correctly. I'll also link in the description a video by Eric Cressy detailing just some of the pros and cons of this movement. Thank you as always for watching this video. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video, and I'll be seeing all you guys in the next video. Peace!